Hello everyone, this is Moses from Zaatar Gardens. Just want to do a quick update. I've been doing a lot of work, as you can see, yesterday and today. Hi Lulu. I'm doing an update on the garden and something I've been thinking about for quite some time and I just never did. If anything in your garden is stressing you out, like something you planted, even years ago, and you go, you know what, I really shouldn't have planted it there. I should either move it or get rid of it, but man, I've invested so much time in that plant. I don't want to destroy it. It's not in my way that much. Or, raspberry patch that you let go too far and you shouldn't have let it grow out that far. Or a tree that you lost one of the grafts on and you really don't like the grafts that are left and you're having trouble grafting a new variety on there. And you could just pull it up and just plant a new tree in there, but you've already spent 10 years on that tree. Things like that, obviously in that case, just keep on trying to graft. But, sometimes it just doesn't work. Like, I'll just begin now, like this guamuchil or guamuchi. I put it in a pot. It really doesn't like this pot. It's not performing like it once was. So I really do think it's root bound. I was hoping it would never, I was hoping that it would like to be in a pot, but it's not, and unfortunately this pot is, you can see it's kind of, it goes out then in, so it can't be pulled up. So I'm either going to have to go down in the soil and cut out the roots, or keep it in this pot, or break the pot to get the tree out. I'm going to give it till, obviously I'm not going to do it in the middle of the summer. So I'm going to decide in the middle of winter if I'm going to do that or not. Let's see something else. The borage, you can see on the floor. That's the first time I ever planted borage or borage. You can see the poor little bees are still trying to pollinate the flowers. It was over here, but it really took over everything. I didn't know it was going to get, it told me 2 to 3 feet tall. It got up to 4 feet, almost 5 feet tall. And, it took away from the blueberry patch. It took sun away from the Barbados cherry right over here, the acerola. Look at the growth. There's not much growth this year because it was all covered by sun. That my echinacea was suffering a bit. But the flowers did taste great off the borage. The flowers right over here, as you can see, they did taste great, but something I didn't know is that they have a wicked sticky thorns all over the plant, and I don't like that, especially with my son and my dog. I didn't like that, so I took it out. There's open space right there, and now look how much how much more open it is. Now, before I had marigolds here, so they're gonna, from seed that last year, and they dropped seed and they regrew, so now they'll get more sun. They should hopefully grow out, because I love marigolds. And the echinacea, of course, is just beautiful. Something else that I'm thinking about doing, I've taken 2 of my, not thinking I've done, but I want to complete it, is I used to have an anise hyssop here, and one right here, still here. So I love anise, I love licorice, black licorice, and excuse me, especially for its tea. Like my cough right now, all you have to do is just collect a few leaves, brew it and drink, and you're gonna feel much better. That could be just subjective, could be just me though. So when I planted them by seed, the package said 2 to 3 feet tall, much like the borage. This, unfortunately I cut it yesterday because I was gonna dig it out, and I stopped and I go, you know what, I should stop. But this anise hyssop was at least 7 feet tall, overpowering that apple behind it. I'll just go over there right now. And I couldn't deal with that anymore. This is a Sweet 16 variety, and it was just covering this whole plant. This anise hyssop was about this tall up here, right here, this leaf. So if you back up, way up here. And the package said it would get this tall or less. So this might be coming out, or I'm just gonna keep it always this height, and I don't mind that actually. So yeah, and as all of you know, I also removed all of my artichokes. They just got too large. I removed them all. There are 2 right here and 2 back there. They're still on the ground. You can see all dried up, some of them. But now I have my path back and nothing will be planted here. So, you know, like my purple tree collards, even though it's food, it started growing out this way. It started growing out to here. I cut it all the way back. You see big stumps. I mean, that's not that bad of a decision, but I mean, you can see how much work I did. Look at the pile. I mean, that's a 4 feet high right there of just plant material. And it's not easy. Like this branch on this Saturn peach right here, I should have thinned this branch more, this one right here. You see how those are many more peaches on here. I should have looked at the base of the branch and noticed how tiny it is. As you can see right here, you see how tiny it is. This is now deformed. This won't grow back up. So it's always going to be oh, ladybug. This is always going to be downwards like this, covering my other herbs on the floor. That's not going to work. This winter I'm going to have to cut that branch off, or once I pull off all the fruit, I'm going to have to cut it off. So that's unfortunate, but because that's the only branch that's growing this direction. But then again, look above, I got other branches, scaffolding branches that are growing here, so this is going to get shaded out anyways. Those, you know, you have to make those hard cuts, and that's not that easy. What's she doing now? She's eating wood. And what are you eating? Anywho, something new with the rhubarb. I was told that she went right back to chewing that wood. She went. I was told that rhubarb is not that easy to grow here because of the hot summer. It doesn't like that much heat on it, so I planted it underneath my 4-in-1 fruit tree. As you can see, there's peaches here. You can see the peaches, and then you can see the plums. Beautiful plums, actually, very beautiful. And then you can see the apricots and nectarine. I've always had problems with nectarines. This is the only plant that shows distress. I mean, not plant, the graft that only shows distress is a Fantasia nectarine, the apricot, the plum, and the peach. The nectarine never produces. Even though I have different varieties of nectarine in my backyard for cross-pollination, there's nothing on here, and it's always yellowing leaves. And sometimes, as you can see right here, look at this. Oh, it's kind of hard to see. You see it's starting to discolor. The leaves are starting to get those little spots, like a fungal or a disease, but not the rest of the tree. So I may have to one day cut that whole branch off and start a new graft of something, some variety that'll make it. You know how hard of a decision that's gonna be to make? That's gonna hurt me to do that. But it's been 5-6 years this plant has been here. Nothing growing, no fruit. What's the point? If I wanted a shade tree, I could have just planted a shade tree. That's not gonna be easy. So, like I said, the rhubarb, it sometimes wilts, and when it gets hot, and it comes right back up. So it's making the summer. Oh, something's really chewing on this leaf. I bet you it's underneath. Where are you at? Where are you at? I'm always afraid of touching it right here, and then I touch the worm. Something's eating it. I'll find out what it is later. But yeah, I love, like, I mean, just look at this. Look, I'm just surrounded by fruit. I love doing this. I love how the sun comes through the leaves. I love this stuff. So So if you have to make it, but I love it because I'm not as stressed. So if there was, because this raspberry patch here started growing here, 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 and it almost got to here, and I started digging them out. So if raspberries were all here, it's all jungled mess, I can't see nothing, I don't know what plant is what, I'm not going to be as happy. And the whole point of gardening is, one, feeding yourself, one, getting out into nature, and two, being less stressed. And if your backyard or if your garden is stressing you out, if your hobby is stressing you out, remove whatever the stress is. You know, the artichoke stressed me out. I could never walk around, and it would be infested with what do you call it? The pincher bugs, earwigs. You know, but just come out to your garden and start eating. I could actually walk here. Before, there was cilantro right here. Bad place. I'm always going to keep my cilantro there because I never walked there. So don't, you know, my mentality a long time ago was, I have free space, I have free square footage, let me put something in there. Get more food. Well, you need that, you need to be sensible too. You can't just, God, there's a lot of blueberries on that plant. And it's going to be my son's today. You just got to be more sensible. If there's stress in your garden somewhere that's stressing you out, take it out. Don't worry about it. Or else you're just not going to be happy, and what the heck is the point of that? Alright everyone. Happy gardening. Bye.